I would like to welcome everyone to class today. It's our second day of learning about profiles. If you look on slide number 2, it will cover our agenda. We're going to be doing another learning log relating to memoir writing. We'll be looking at a sample profile together. We're going to see what are some characteristics of good profile writing, look at some student samples, and then you're going to read 2 longer profiles on your own and answer questions for your homework. So today our learning log article is entitled Memorabilia, 6 Keys for Success. Each of the letters in the word success stands for something that good narrative writers do. Keeping the writing simple, unexpected, concrete, credible, emotional, and story-based. So as you go into the article, read each section, and then for each section, answer the question that I posed here on this slide. How do each of the words in the acronym SUCCESS make you a better storyteller? So you'll actually have 6 different responses. Today we're going to talk about what makes a good profile. You'll see from this slide, it says a profile usually asks you to closely observe a person. The next one, a profile is a feature or a human interest story. And finally, the subject is someone who may represent a culture, place, or situation that is intriguing or unique. So on this slide, I have put some phrases and words in bold. The first one says, when writing profiles, think of yourself as the reader. What would interest you? If the way you're writing it interests you, it's going to interest someone else. And I'm going to skip the remember part for just a minute. If you go down to the 3rd paragraph, good profiles have anecdotes that reveal how the person became who they are. So there is a short profile that appeared in the New York Times. It's entitled Against All Odds, A Beautiful Life. In this profile, it tells the story of a young boy who was born as a baby with AIDS and pretty much abandoned. And two men, homosexual men, took in this boy and chose to adopt him. They also chose to adopt another child who was 6 years older than this young boy. They raised them together. The baby, when he got older, he had fascination for horses. And so this article tells his story, the young boy. It's quite short. So what I want you to do is read the story and then look in the remember part. Every life has a plot where the internal and external resumes are combined. Every life has a turning point or fork in the road. Every life has oddities, quirks, and surprising details. With every question you ask, you're pulling a thread. Some lock and don't go anywhere. Others unravel and reveal who a person is. A good profile will unravel and reveal who a person is. So I want you to think with this article, this profile that you just read, anything in that remember part. We're actually going to have a discussion in class on how the elements of that paragraph that we just read fits this profile really well. With that in mind, another thing to think about with profiles is that you have to construct your leads and your conclusions uniquely. For example, I gave you an example on this slide of a way to give a delayed lead. It talks about a woman who had a desire to be an astronaut. She was African American, she was female, and so there weren't too many of people like her who would become astronauts. But the lead in these 2 paragraphs gives you an idea. From those two paragraphs, you understand what was her uniqueness and what did she want to do in life. And then finally, don't end your profile with a conclusion. One of the best ways to end a profile is to save some resonating quote for the last sentence. If you think from yesterday when we read Extreme Endeavors, Rick Riley ended the last paragraph of his profile with a statement that the man who had to cut off his arm, how he said he wished he would have made the press conference a little bit lighter. So that was a perfect ending to it. On these slides, these are some examples of profiles that have been written by students in my classes, and you can see that we will be learning a week from now how to create layout designs. And so here's Corinne's. She wrote hers was on a special needs child, and the special needs child is her brother. That was her topic. This next one, Addison, talks about the importance of mentors in school systems and teachers and how they influence students in positive and negative ways. And so that was her profile. This one is Jason's. And here he talks about a relative who has suffered from depression. And he dealt with, his topic was mental illness throughout the semester. This one is Lucy. And her topic was women and math and science and the STEM fields. So here she talks about a mentor, someone that she worked with at the Math Academy place. I can't remember the name of it, but a business where she worked. And this one is Abilene, and hers was over how to deal, her topic was how to be more positive in our thoughts and our minds in order to be more successful in life. So this one is controlling our thoughts. Your homework for today, it's going to take longer because each of you will have to read 2 longer profile essays. The New Yorker actually has a segment where you can access tons of different profiles. So this link on this slide will take you to that portion of their magazine. I want you to pick one. Of course, you're going to have to write the name and the article and the publication information for that one, and then answer these 7 questions. And then the second one is one additional Rick Riley, a longer profile that he wrote about a man who was a referee. And anyways, powerful story. So answer each of those questions. Your homework will be due on March the 10th. Remember too that notebook number 2 will be due that day as well. I hope these instructions are clear, and we'll see you all next week. Thank you.